All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Saiki K, Season 1, Episode 11. Oh man, this show.
Yes.
I'm so excited to get back into another episode of this. I have watched so much of this season in the dub so far. Like I've basically I went on this binge and basically caught up to where we are right now, like in the sub, but in the dub. And it's just
It's really fun.
It's so really much fun.
It's so good. Yeah. We have a special attachment to all the characters, of course. But it's just the idea that it seems to navigate with this really wonderful flow of like touching upon everybody in lovely little sprinkles or what have you. Yep. All the while, just Saiki is just, can I just get through the day?
Right.
With some boring, normal, everyday shit. I don't want to deal with a telepathic, having telepathic conversations with a cat.
Nope.
Who's all like dealing with their pussy. And then that pussy wants me. And then I have to deal with the fact that that's just a thing. And then I have to deal with a guy who just can crack his neck and turn it, 270 degrees,
Right, because he saw his buddy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. And, what are we going to get this episode? I have no goddamn clue.
I'm calling it right now. Shun Kaido is going to take his next step in his powerful progression as jet black wings.
I could see that. I could also see some Reita focus.
Reita focus? For sure.
But,
I would say that the one person we're probably not going to get focus on here is going to be the parents. I want the parents to be completely gone in this episode, and we'll be entirely focused on the school.
What I would personally love to see is some more Teruhashi focus. Specifically with that disaster of a brother, and then Nendo, because
Nendo has got to be in every episode.
Well, right, of course, but I kind of
best boy.
I kind of really adore all of the times that Nendo and Teruhashi are on the screen at the same time. So I just want that to be explored of what kind of madness and antics can ensue as a result.
Yes. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. All right, everyone, now be sure to go check out the reaction portion of the video in the description below, then come back here for the discussion.
Judgment Nights of...
All right, well, this was a really quick one, it felt like, because weirdly enough, I loved the skits in general. That sound, though, actively stressed me out.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing where it felt like it was one of those things where it's like a champagne bottle, like cork or something, and it's just gonna go flying off and hit something.
Just a bubbly, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I keep wanting to duck whenever I hear it.
Yeah. Oh my god. But hey, really funny stuff. We ended up getting a really good side of vengeful Saiki, where he's just like, how dare you?
Yeah.
Sets up the ultimate example of how to terrorize somebody who went around and really got a great score at their festival. Though.
Yeah, I mean, the idea of being able to pickpocket a psychic and having them not notice, that's impressive. That's really impressive.
That's really impressive.
There was this part of me that was just convinced it was going to be Reita, and then it would be like something where it's like, okay, he was trying to buy some dirty magazines or something,
Sure.
But
random guy.
Just random guy. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh my god, though, the Chiyo Teruhashi setup of the girls talk about the boy that they like. Well, there's no reason for them to talk about that, so the story forcefully pushes them into the direction where they would actually talk about it, but they don't actually say anything, and then Saiki flips it to where they end up thinking that the other likes Nendo, or what's his name?
Kaido? Hyro? No. Damn it.
Shun Kaido.
Shun Kaido.
Yeah. But
I was like, is it Kaido? I'm like, wait,
two
that's One Piece.
least attractive people in the entire story, basically.
Indeed. Wait, what are you talking about? Nendo. I don't know if I can finish that sentence.
Chuni Killua and
oh no, I'm not disagreeing with you on that front.
And then
Kaido,
Nendo's ballsack chin. And
I feel like no. Okay,
shaved tops on the side.
I feel like all right. Nendo is at the very least more desirable than Reita.
But Reita's not even in the conversation.
No,
here.
of course.
Reita's reasons for being unattractive have to do with his personality.
Exactly.
Shun is basically
Also personality.
well, kind of personality, but I think it's also the way he dresses. No, he wears like bands around his arms and stuff.
Sure.
Like
Sure.
yeah.
But yeah.
No, personality-wise, I think if anything, like Nendo could end up being like a really fun person for someone to have a relationship with. But you know, it's not gonna happen.
this is the situation, and all things considered, that skit was actually less chaotic than I expected it to be. Because I thought at the very least they were going to bring in the poor girl as well.
Mira, yeah.
Yeah, although I guess she hasn't really started to crush on Saiki yet.
Not really, no.
And then of course there's just I want to have something where Pussy the cat ends up like clawing up one of the other girls or something out of jealousy. I just think that would be hilarious.
Pussy attack. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. This pussy's got claws. Anyway.
On another note, though,
Yeah.
we had a look into Saiki's father's job. He works at Shueisha. Yes,
And-
that name is tempting fate.
As far as ways to be like, we're not going to bring up actual names of companies.
But we do actually bring up actual
but we do
names
actually,
of companies. We just say, don't worry,
it's
that's not what
that.
this is.
Yeah, this is
Those
something different.
exist,
Right.
but
This is not that. I love it.
It's so good. It's so good
Yep.
because, yeah, if they did it like this, I could absolutely see them getting sued for like some form of defamation, like, you know, making fun or light of the fact that they have an abusive workplace, or the editors yell at the mangaka, even though it's
To
like
encourage them.
right, even though it's the thing of where this is something that came from a manga, so the mangaka's probably like, oh no, this actually does 100% happen.
SOS, please help. Workplace, you know.
It might even
Conditions.
be his publisher or their publisher, you know.
Sure.
It's just a thing like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For
Yep,
sure.
yep.
Totally.
But no, they're dealing with Weekly Shonen Cognac.
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 It's a
Yeah.
it's a
Right.
wine. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So, you know, it's something completely different.
Oh, completely different.
Absolutely different. And Saiki's dad using Saiki as a way to keep from
shield.
getting slapped.
Brilliant.
Yeah. How since I'll be on time, I'll only get slapped 4 times instead of 5.
What an upgrade.
Yeah, that was
Mr.
oh
Bootlicker
man.
here is used to being abused in the workplace, so he's like,
Hey, sometimes he gets to lick Italian, you know? Hey,
It took me like 0.2 seconds, and it was just
talking
like,
about leather.
yes, I know exactly what you mean. That's why I laughed.
Yeah,
yes,
not cats. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways. Yeah.
You broke me. Yeah, his dad only gets one pussy in this setup.
That was
here.
very sweet that at the same time that he's like reading the manga that has like the looter, you know, pictures in there.
He can only think about
He can
his
only
wife.
think about his wife. That was
The cutest
adorable.
little motherfucker ever.
yeah, exactly. Like that was just the sweetest.
And then the part where he's giving like actually decent advice to the up and coming mangaka, and then he's like, "But you know what? It's not flashy enough. Make the protagonist a psychic." And he's like, "Sir, this is a realistic sports manga."
Right.
What I'm basically saying,
Make
bring me
Naruto.
Naruto. Something like Naruto. Like the fact that that's probably literally happening is where it's like, you know, you think about something like Jujutsu Kaisen that just came out, right? And it's like, yes, okay.
Yep.
This is a very, very, I would say, you know, fun new take on, you know, very tread upon, you know, tropes
Territory,
of shonen. But if you were to think about what might have happened, the mangaka was like, okay, I'm going to make something, but I need to get published. And like, you want to get published? Make something like Naruto.
Right,
damn it.
right.
And he's like,
Yeah.
fine, I'll make the best fucking, like, retake on Naruto ever.
Because what is kind of being said is your art is really good. I think you can make fun characters. Now just make something that is a premise that people will buy into a lot more easily.
Right. Yeah. And thus, Saiki K roasts other manga and mangaka and publishers and all that by being like, yeah, and look at me. I get to make fun of all that shit.
Uh-huh.
I am untouchable. I am a god.
And the thing is, I wouldn't be surprised if the mangaka for Saiki K originally had this story exist,
Yeah.
and Saiki didn't have psychic powers,
Nope.
but all the characters are just very weird, and the publishers or the editors or whatever were like, nope, that doesn't have enough pizzazz, make him a psychic.
Make him a psychic, yep.
And he was like, fuck it, sure,
Fine,
why not?
Whatever.
And
I'll make
hey-
him the most overpowered psychic.
And they're
where
like,
there's
yes,
no-
please, do that,
Yeah.
Will sell
And-
very well.
And thus we have Saiki K.
Yep, and it
it's
is
wonderful.
It is glorious.
It is great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But also the idea that the father is trying to push the idea of like, well, I actually know that psychics are real, so
Mm-hmm.
why don't we make a manga about that? Because I can tell you, it makes things really interesting. How would you know that?
Well,
I just know.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't just take my word for it. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But okay, we got Chio back. She hasn't
did.
had a lot of screen time lately.
That's true.
Hilarious because
Yep.
that's again a thing where this manga probably had that line in there as screen time, which means this was planned with the idea of this will eventually be made into an anime.
Sure.
It doesn't have to be, but I love that idea.
Yeah, it's, Senju Kahara talking about how talented her voice actor is
Yes.
in a light novel.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. But yeah, all right, very simple episode. No more of those cork popping cider sounds.
Please, no.
Please. Although he's going to be neighbors with them. So.
And I do like the premise of him being the neighbor.
no.
Like
I
that
do
was
too.
that was fun. And while like the whole lemon ad anime episode
was funny.
It was kind of funny, but my favorite part of it was the fact that Nendo just walks into the
walked
house.
in. Yep.
Like, and Saiki had no idea. Like,
No
that
idea.
helps communicate the terror that Nendo induces, I feel like.
Absolute
because
terror.
someone walking up to you, like, in public, and you don't realize, oh, okay, whatever, sure.
Putting
But
a cold drink to like the back of your neck or hand
right.
or something.
But all of a sudden just being like, oh, yeah, you were in the peace and quiet of your own home. Hi.
Oh, pal, is this your little brother?
Yeah.
God, I love Nendo. All right, well, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access. You can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb,
I'm Jacob.
and we'll see you all
Next time.